Good morning. For today's practice, you are going to need a rolled up blanket or a rolled up towel. So this is about 6 to 7 inches in diameter, thereabouts. It can be this big, it can be a little bit smaller. It's entirely up to you. So get that ready, have that nearby, and then come to a seated position. This is a short sequence to help unwind tension in the back. And the exercises that we're going to do will be quite mild, quite gentle. But the intent is to soften out unnecessary tension. Sometimes when we have pain in the back or discomfort, and the first instinct is to just like stretch out, take a really deep spinal twist, for example. But sometimes that actually puts your body into more tension. So give this 15 minutes a go, see how it feels. Come back to me with comments. As you sit down, make sure that you're sitting in a way where you can plug the sit bones and the pubic bone down to the floor. So right now I'm on a block, and elevating like this allows me to keep my hips just a little bit higher than the knees. Once you're there, relax the hands onto the thighs, beginning to feel into a deep breath, and a breath that's diaphragmatic rather than chest breathing or neck breathing. So notice if you're doing that and begin to soften the areas around the chest, neck, and the jaw, perhaps separating the back teeth and softening the hinges of the jaw, and connecting to your primary inhalation muscle, your diaphragm. A really spacious inhalation into the side ribs. And as you exhale, hug the belly in. Now let the belly relax and take a deep breath into the side ribs and allowing the breath to move down towards the belly. And exhale, hug the belly in. When you are breathing this way, you're creating intra-abdominal pressure, which helps to maintain stability and help to heal tension in the back. So a deep breath in, expanding the side ribs and letting the breath move down to the belly. So if you're holding the belly in, then the breath cannot move down because there's tension and resistance, right? So let the belly relax and take a deep breath down towards your lower belly and lower back. And exhale, hug the abdominal muscles in. Continue breathing deeply. Change the cross of your legs so the opposite shin is in front. If this ever gets uncomfortable, feel free to transition to sit on your heels, for example. You can even be on a block, sitting this way. I really want you to be comfortable in the bottom half of the body. With your hands on heart space, we're going to take micro twists. And this is the important part, micro twists. Make sure that your legs and your hips are still. So if you were opening a jam jar and this portion of the body down was the jar itself, and this portion of the body up was the lid. So what we're doing is opening the lid. So we're twisting from this space, so from the very bottom of your rib cage onwards. Everything else below stays still. So hands on heart space. Take a really spacious breath into the rib cage. And as you exhale, micro twist to your right and hug the belly in. Take a deep breath in, come back to center. Exhale, micro twist to your left and hug the belly in. Take a deep breath, come back to center. Exhale, micro twist to your right, hug the belly in. Spacious breath into center. Exhale, micro twist to the left, hug the belly in. Do 2 more in your own time, focusing on separating the middle and upper spine from the lower spine and twisting from that space. Keeping the spine nice and long, shoulders broad. 1 more on each side. And 1 last inhalation and a complete exhalation. Come back to center. Now, for the purposes of keeping this short, I've only done a few rounds. If this felt good for your body, continue doing more. So feel free to pause this recording and do another 5, 6 rounds. When you are ready, come down onto your back. As you lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor, your feet are about hip width apart. Relax your arms by your side. These exercises are designed to create awareness in the deep core muscles of the body. First, the transverse abdominis, then external and internal obliques. Take a deep breath into the lower belly and lower back. Hold your breath and lightly press the lower back, the top rim of your sacrum down. Lift your left knee up. As you exhale, move left knee forward about 1 inch and draw belly in. Release your left foot down and take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. Press the top rim of your sacrum down just to lightly stabilize. Lift the right knee up. Exhale, move right knee forward about 1 inch in space and draw belly in. Release right foot down. 1 more on each side. Deep breath in. Hold breath. Ground down through lower back, the top rim of your sacrum. Lift left knee up. Exhale, move left knee forward about 1 inch. Keep your foot active and pull belly in. Release your left foot down and take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. Press the lower back down, lift right knee up. And exhaling, move right knee forward about 1 inch and draw belly in. Release right foot down. Listen up, something a little different. Take a spacious breath into the lower belly and lower back. Holding the breath, ground down through top rim of sacrum, lift left knee up and bring right hand on left thigh. Exhale, lightly resist. Hand presses against thigh, thigh against hand, pull belly in. Release the foot down, arm down, and take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. Press the top rim of your sacrum down, lift your right knee up. Now left hand on the right thigh. Exhale, press, and hug the belly in. Release the right foot and the left arm. 1 more left. This is a little different. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. Press the top rim of your sacrum down. Lift your left knee up and bring left hand on left thigh. Same side. Exhale, lightly resist. Hand presses against thigh, thigh against hand, pull belly in. Release the foot and the arm and take a spacious breath in. Hold the breath. Press the top rim of your sacrum down. Lift the right knee up. Right hand, right thigh. Exhale, press, and hug the belly in. Release the foot and the arm. Again, if that felt really, really comfortable, if that felt really helpful, then do that again. If it felt uncomfortable, so for instance, if your neck muscles and the jaw muscles were tensing when you were pressing hand against thigh and thigh against hand, I encourage you also to do it again. And do it with the intent to connect to the strength that's coming from your core rather than the strength that sometimes is compensated from other parts of the body. When you're done with that, take your rolled up blanket, if it's thick enough. If it isn't, it's much better if you have a block. So something to place in between the inner thighs. These are pelvic tilts in bridge pose. Ground down through feet, activate the toes, lift them, spread them, and then release the toes back down. Take a really spacious breath into the side ribs. And exhale fully. Now, with that same deep breath in mind, take a deep breath, ground down through feet, and lightly lift the lower back off the floor. Keep the lower ribs down. So we're just lifting about 2 inches. Exhale, release the hips back down. Let's repeat this a few more times. Ground down through feet and take a deep breath in to roll the hips gently off the floor, only a couple of inches, so that the top or the bottom of your rib cage is still down. Then exhale, release the hips. So that's the important part, is keep the bottom part of your rib cage down. Take a spacious breath in, roll the hips up as you squeeze the block and hug the inner thighs towards one another. Exhale, gently release the hips back down. Let the hips relax. And one more, inhale to ground down the feet, squeeze the roll and lift the hips up just a couple of inches. And exhale, release the hips down. Take a moment here, take a spacious breath in down towards your lower belly and the lower back space. And exhale, let go of any unnecessary holding in the hips, in the pelvic floor. Come over onto your side, remove the roll out of the way, and sit up. So one final exercise to do, and that is a cobra over your roll. If you have a block and you can place that in between your ankles, that would be fantastic. If you don't, it is fine. You'll just have to bring awareness to the space in between the ankles. Lying over the roll so that the roll is on the soft part of the belly. So you don't want the roll on your rib cage. That's really important. Having it on the hip bones isn't going to serve the purpose of this exercise. So have the roll underneath the soft part of your belly. Tops of the feet grounding, you are squeezing either your imaginary block or your actual block in between your ankles. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders, forehead down to begin with. Cobra push-ups over the roll. Take a deep breath into the lower belly and the lower back. As you exhale, gently curl the pubic bone towards your roll so that your glutes engage. Keep the glutes engaging and take a deep breath in. Press your palms on the floor and roll the chest forward and up. Even if it's just an increment, maybe it's a little deeper. Exhale, pull chest forward and down. Yeah, so it really doesn't matter how high you come up. Inhale, use the arms, strengthen the legs, and pull chest forward and up. A gentle roll. And as you exhale, you roll the chest forward and down. Take a spacious breath in, press tops of the feet down. Inhale, lift the chest up. And as you exhale, lengthen the chest forward and down. And do that one more time, pressing the tops of the feet down. Inhaling, dragging your chest forward towards the thumbs. Use your arms to do this. Lift the chest up. It could be just a tiny bit. It could be a deep cobra. And as you exhale, pull chest forward and down. Now, release the side of your head down or the forehead down onto the floor and relax your belly. So inviting the roll in, softening the abdominal muscles. And this allows for a really therapeutic way to unwind tension in the back. So right now, breathe deeply into your lower back, your lumbar spine. And exhale maybe out through mouth. When you're ready, press the floor away and come up out of the pose. So this was a very, very short tour through some exercises that could be done to relieve tension in the back. If you have any questions, if you want more, if you want a longer sequence, comment, let me know, reach out to me, and I'll do it for you. For now, have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.